Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about how energy and intent works. And I'm going to tell you a short story about my first experience actively using intent. So briefly, energy works to create things in the world, and it works very, very fast given the situation, the energetic situation you have already set up in your world. And I will explain more about that later. But this is my story. Way back when I was about 30, I started getting interested in energy and intent for the first time consciously in my life. And at the time, it was almost my friend's birthday, and I had learned about this idea that you could create things with intent. And my friend happened to love bear cubs, or bears. And so I decided I was going to practice with intent for her birthday, and I was going to intend that she saw 2 little bear cubs for her birthday. And I went out to a store and I bought a little bronze statue of 2 bear cubs by a little tree. And I got that for her birthday. And I wrapped it up. And as I was wrapping it, I sat down and I held it in my hands. And I breathed in and I breathed out into this little statue, this intent that she see 2 bear cubs for her birthday. Then I wrote a card and I wrote in it that that's what I had intended. And I wrapped it all up and I went to her birthday party. And we were all sitting in the kitchen. She was sitting facing the porch. And I was sitting with my back to the porch. And her present was on the table. And we had just finished the dinner and we were having the cake, and she lit the candles. And then she jumped up and she screamed, oh my God, there are 2 bear cubs on the porch. When I heard that, my heart dropped because I had thought this was a funny thing. Obviously, somewhere in my energy, there was a belief that this might happen and could happen. And I hope that it would happen. But really, I wasn't truly expecting anything like that to happen. And it really threw my world upside down because it didn't make sense to me at that time that things could work like that. And it has taken me a long time to come to understand how to work with intent and what that really is, and how our energy creates in the world. But it was a great start. It was a fascinating start to working with intent in that way because, of course, it showed me that it was really real. And even though I doubted myself over and over and over again through the years, there have been so many experiences like that. Maybe not as dramatic as that, but so many experiences like that. And over time, those kind of experiences build up trust in understanding how your energy works. And that is what helps you build a lexicon of understanding of energy. When you live in a culture and a world where most of the beliefs do not support the idea that that type of thing can happen, although it is changing more and more. So, by the way, my friend's reaction was to grab my face like this and shout at me, you have to give me the lottery numbers. You have to find the lottery numbers. I didn't find the lottery numbers, and I didn't try because I was so scared after that happened. But it would be a lot harder to find the lottery numbers, and I will explain to you why. The reason that that worked so easily was for several reasons. One is that I thought it was fun. I was just having fun. I wasn't scared of the outcome because a big part of me didn't think it would actually happen. And I put a lot of energy into it without reservation because I wasn't expecting anything to happen. A big part of me wasn't expecting anything to happen. Some part of me was. So there was no fear when I was in the moment doing this. And by the way, you do not need a physical object. You do not need to breathe in and out. All you need is intent, or all you need is your energy, or all you need is to desire something without reservation. Or a better way to say that is to desire something with more energy than the reservation you have about getting it. Because it really all comes down to that, is how much you believe and expect versus how much reservation and resistance you have to having that in your life. And when you break both of those words down, belief and expectation and reservation, it comes down to your beliefs and the momentum of energy you have set up in either direction. So I could intend today that someone send me a check for $1 million and I get it in the mail tomorrow or next week. And that won't happen yet at this point because, and you could intend that's in all likelihood not going to happen for you because of the beliefs you have set up already around money. You have beliefs that money doesn't come to you that way. You have beliefs it's hard to get money. You have beliefs other people don't want to part with their money. There's so many beliefs you have set up already, and you have a lot of energy in those beliefs. That means that's not going to happen. Now, of course, I had not thought about bears and bear cubs a whole lot when I set that intent. So there really was no resistance or no reservations that I had towards that happening because of that. So a good way to start practicing using your energy more consciously is to practice with things that don't seem to matter to you all that much and things that are fun. People don't want to know that because what they want is more money, and they want their partner to come, and they want all the important things right now. But those are usually the things that you have resistance set up to. So if you actually want to learn about how your energy works more quickly and learn to use that skill, then you need to practice on things you don't have reservations about and you don't have prior beliefs set up about, that you can't have these things. So for instance, intend to see a cloud that looks like Mickey Mouse, or intend to find, a marble out in the street somewhere. Intend something fun and simple, and it's much more likely to happen. And then as you do that and you start to have fun with it, then you'll start to change your beliefs about how energy works and how it creates in your life. And then you can work on the bigger things that that you want, that you desire more strongly in your life. When you go into those things, so you also have to work on the resistance, in terms of you have to look at the resistance and start to undo it a little bit, because unless you tackle those areas, then it's not going to work. And I'll talk more about how to do that in future videos. But that is all for now. I'm hoping to set up some classes soon about intent and how to work with it. And I'll let you know about that later. The one last thing I want to say is energy works quickly. How quickly? It works instantly. It works instantly because there is no natural restriction to energy moving. There is no time restriction to energy moving. If something doesn't happen instantly, when you want it, how you want it, it's because you have resistance set up to it already. And that resistance is in the form of your beliefs. So when you learn to work with your beliefs and your expectations and change them more actively, there truly is no limit to what you can do and what you can create and what you can see in your life. And that's an exciting thing to think about. And it's exciting to work with and start seeing more and more of that in your life. Okay, that is all for now. Thank you so much for being here.